how are you doing today? My name is Louis Lee, and I'd like to introduce the Eubanks Conservatory of Music and Arts Guitar Program. Hello, welcome to Eubanks Conservatory of Music and Arts Guitar Program. My name is Louis Lee, and I will be the instructor of this course. The book that you would need is the Eubanks Guitar Pedagogy course, and at the end of each segment, you will be directed on how to obtain a copy of the book. Please have your guitar, a guitar stand, a music stand. Try to be in a comfortable position, a quiet place, and you may want to have some paper and a pencil. I will give you an outline at the end of each lesson, but you might want to highlight certain information of each lesson. Hi, we're going to talk about objectives, what you want to accomplish. And what you want to accomplish is how to practice. You need to practice at least 30 minutes a day and 5 days a week. Now, let's say if you practice 2 or 3 hours one day, that does not mean that you do not have to practice anymore because you've already done your 30 minutes, the requirement. No, you have to be consistent. There needs to be some consistency. Every day you have to practice at least 30 minutes on a regular basis and 5 days a week and take 2 days off. Next, you need to work with a metronome. You want to make sure that you practice with the metronome. I have one here on my phone, and it's free, and it's called Pro Metronome, and you can download these metronomes. They're free, and this is what it sounds like. I'm going to set this to 60 beats per second because that's what you need to practice at. Here we go. And you'll just do a scale. I'm just going to run a scale real quick. 4, 1, 2. Now, why do you practice with the metronome? It helps you with your timing, so you learn how to keep perfect time. It's as if you're a boxer. You have to work with a speed bag, okay? Because if not, you cannot hit your opponent's head because it's moving fast. So it gets your timing together so you can see it. Okay, so timing is very important. It's paramount. So I would ask you to make sure that every time you practice, you have your metronome. Next, you want to make sure that you're always in tune. And there's a tuner that you can get that I have. It's called Pro Tuner. Now there's hundreds of tuners that you can get online. They're free. This is free, but I like this one. If you notice as I speak, it moves. It's very sensitive, and it will really help your ear so that you can develop perfect tuning, okay, perfect pitch. Some tuners, they have a guitar, and if you pluck a note, if it's not that note, then the guitar tuner would not tell you what that note is. But you'll notice this right here is telling me it's moving every time I speak. That's because sound is vibrations. Everything is built on vibrations, the speed of it. Okay, and the E string vibrates at 330 beats a minute. Okay, so that's what it's picking up here, and that's what you're seeing, if you can see that. And the A string is 440 beats a minute. Okay, now if it goes faster, then you can hear the pitch because it vibrates faster. So you want to always make sure that you have a tuner with you as well. Then next, what we're going to cover is always make sure that you're relaxed, that you're sitting in a chair that has a back support. Because a lot of guitar players, what they do is they practice, but they practice on their couch or they'll practice on a box and nothing to support their back. Or they'll sit on a chair, just a regular chair with no back, like a bar stool chair. And then pretty soon their back begins to hurt. So after 2 or 3 days, your back is bothering you. You don't feel like practicing because every time you pick up the guitar, your back is going to hurt. No, what you want, the chair that I have is a secretary's chair. And this is something that would be a good investment It has the lumbar supports, which I'll show you. So it's comfortable. Now these chairs, this right here, a chair like this costs you maybe $60, $70, $80. But you can get one from a thrift shop, any secretary chair. It doesn't have to have all the lumbar supports and all that stuff. Just as long as it's a chair, so it supports your back. So that when you're practicing, you have something to lean on and you're not putting stress on your muscles. That's important too. So always keep that in mind. You want to have, this is all important. Okay, so then next what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a finger exercise. Okay, what is a finger exercise? That's what we're covering right now. It's to develop your dexterity so that it works and it's in concert together, where it's coordinated. So first we're going to work on is the right hand exercise, and I'm going to set my metronome to 60 beats. Now, I'm setting my metronome to 60 BPMs. Those are acronyms, beats per minute, and that's a vernacular. That's what you would hear in the music industry or in the industry. What is the beats per minute? BPM. So it's set at 60 beats per minute. And what you want to do is you want to pluck all 6 strings 4 times each and use down and up strokes, and I'll demonstrate. And always count with the 1. Now, something I forgot to mention is you hear the loudest sound indicates where the 1 is. The 1 is very important because you need to be able to follow that. So if you get off, you can always jump back on it. If you do not hear it, this is what you have. Now I do not know where the 1 is. So if I get lost, where's the 1? If I look at this, now here's the 1 here, but nothing is telling me in my ear. And it has to be something that is natural and you can feel the 1. The 1 is very important. So set your metronome so that the 1 is distinguished. You can hear it. Having said that, always give yourself a pre-count. What is a pre-count? A count before you start to play. Think of when you're at a race and you're about to run a race. They don't just get up there and the guy fires the gun. He'll say, on your mark, get set, boom, so they're ready. Not he just gets up there because they have to get ready. So as a musician, when you practice, you want to get ready. Don't just jump into it. Always give yourself a pre-count, like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice how I'm on that beat. That beat is very important. Now you might have noticed that I didn't have to look. You might have to look at what you're doing. I've been playing for quite a long time, so it's natural to me. I know where these notes are because I practice. That's the key word. So I do not have to look, you see? And that's the objective, is to be able to feel it, where you know where that 1 is, or you know where those strings are. Now, the reason why you want to practice with your metronome is to build up your speed and your accuracy. I am playing quarter notes. A quarter note gets 1 beat and 1 count. But watch how I'll play an 8th note, and it will double up, but you can still hear the 1. Here we go. Hear how it's even? Triplets. Sixteenth note. "30 seconds. You know that 1, I want to be on that beat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 64th. On the beat. And then stop. That concludes the section for the think exercise.